This is the last week of our 3 weeks in Peru, and we saved the best for last. I've been planning to visit Machu Picchu since I was a kid, so while we were close, even though it's Peru's off-season, we jumped at the opportunity to see one of the 7 wonders of the world in person. After arriving via Peru Hop in Cusco, we spent some time exploring the old city center and surroundings while adjusting to the high altitude of well over 10,000 feet. We're on our way to Machu Picchu, just taking a taxi to the bus station to get the train, and then we're off. So in order to travel to Machu Picchu in the off-season, you have to take a bus first to get to your train. Typically in the peak season, you can just take a train straight from Cusco here all the way to Machu Picchu, but we have to take a 2-hour bus, and then Inca Rail picks us up from there for the final 2 hours. We would have rather taken the train the entire way to Machu Picchu, but in the off-season, it doesn't run all the way to Cusco, but the bus ride ended up being very scenic and went by quickly. We made it to where we now get to board the train and take the 2-hour journey to Machu Picchu. Here we go. The train is the only way to get to Machu Picchu without hiking the 4-day trek through the mountains. Although we were treated to spectacular scenic views and local entertainment on the 2-hour ride with Inca Rail. There are 2 main railways that run this route. The alternative is Peru Rail, which we do ride on the way back to Cusco. We arrived at the Aguas Calientes train station to what I expected, rain. Our Airbnb host met us at the station and walked us up through town to our accommodation, since no cars or motor vehicles are allowed here. Even though it was still raining fairly hard, I couldn't contain my excitement to be here. So while Daniela unpacked and settled in, I took off in my rain jacket and flip-flops to follow the train tracks down the river to see what I could find. This is literally one of the most scenic places I've ever been. Pretty crazy. About 2.5 miles in, and it is insanely gorgeous here. Almost back. We did about 7 miles today. Most of it was on train tracks, which was pretty cool. This place is incredible. Can't wait to explore more up there tomorrow. Now it's time to eat. The next day we woke up bright and early for our 6 a.m. breakfast so we could get in line to catch the bus up to Machu Picchu. So to get on the bus, you have to wait in line for like an hour, which that's what we're doing right now. It looks pretty clear today. We'll see though. It's probably going to be foggy, but we'll hope for the best. We had pre-booked tickets, and I'm glad we did, because even in the off-season, the line to get on the buses stretched from one side of the village to the other. After a short ride up to the ruins, we reached a view I had been dreaming of for years. After spending several hours exploring all throughout the ruins, we got back down into the village just in time for the rains to pour down. Day 2 was somehow even better weather than yesterday, which was perfect since we were doing the classic Circuit 3, which was much farther back with panoramic views of the surrounding jungle and mountains. This was truly a spectacular couple of days for us, and we were so blessed with the experience we had here. After an incredible 4 days here, we boarded the Vista Dome on Peru Rail and headed back to Cusco. Our last full day in Peru was another early wake-up call, as we decided to do a hike up into the mountains to a glacier-fed lake.
It's 4 in the morning and we are headed to meet our guide. We're walking up to Humantay Lake today, a very high altitude lake in the Peruvian highlands. Pretty excited. Let's see how it goes. All right, 13,000 feet. We're at the base of Humantay Lake. We have about a 2-hour climb to the top, and it's starting to kind of break clouds, but we'll see if we'll be able to see anything. So I went ahead of everybody because the horses are going to be faster than me. So we're going to start climbing. Let's see how far I can get before they catch up to me. clouds are finally starting to lift. I think we're gonna have a good view up here. We've officially reached 14,000 feet. And we are super close to finishing. We picked up the horses down there. Now we're up here. We finally made it, but unfortunately, it is cloudy. Still beautiful though.
We had high expectations for Peru, and it absolutely delivered. If you're not sure where to start with your travels to Peru, I put together an all-inclusive guide to the country and linked it below. Next up, we fly south to one of the least visited countries in the world, Bolivia, to meet up with some friends and explore yet another country in South America. We're super excited to visit the Great Salt Flats, Bike Death Road, and so much more. So subscribe and follow along for more adventure. We'll see you next time.